Most people do not have good TVs. It's not because your TV sucks. It's just because you bought it backwards. You walk into the store with the mindset of what price are you gonna pay or the size of the TV, but the viewing experience that you have is usually considered last. Just consider this scenario. You walk into Walmart or a Best Buy or something like that, and you walk in and they have these big sales. This TV's 85 inches, 75 inches, and it has it marked down to $699, $700. You're like, oh, that's a good price. That's a nice size. I want it. You consider nothing else. It has a big 4K sign on it and you get it. But does that mean it's a good TV? Huge size TVs used to be a luxury product. Nowadays, they're very, very common. You used to see when you walk into your friend's house, those 75-inch TVs, 85-inch, 98-inch TVs, and you used to think, oh, this person has some money. But somewhere in that last decade range, something changed where everybody had a big TV in their house. How did that happen? It wasn't because the TV panels got better so they can just do them cheaper. It's that manufacturers realized that the bad panels you could sell for cheaper at a bigger scale and make more money. So now everybody can walk into Walmart and buy a 75-inch TV for $400. It doesn't mean that your TV is good. Most likely it means that your TV is bad. It's not a you problem, it's a marketing problem. Not on the manufacturer side, it's a marketing problem on the consumer side. The manufacturer's marketing is very good because the consumer will go in and buy a big old TV that actually sucks. But the manufacturer doesn't care, they just want you to buy the TV. The average person doesn't walk into a store and think to themselves, what use case am I using this TV for? They walk in the store saying, I need a TV. I want a big TV, and I want it to work. That's all they care about. So they go in and buy these Roku TVs, they go in and buy these Fire TVs, not knowing that 2-3 years from now, you're gonna have a really bad experience with these TVs. And it's not even because of the panel. The panel is a lot of it, but then you gotta go into the software side. The software in the TV matters just as much as the TV that you're buying. If you've watched my channel before, you know I recommend buying an external TV box anyways because the software on the TV generally sucks. But the thing is, the software on the TV gets worse and worse the cheaper the TV is. So if you buy a cheap TV, that means you're gonna get a cheap processor inside of the TV, which means the software is gonna become laggy very, 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 very quickly. You're sitting down about to watch the NFL game, about to watch the NBA game, and you turn on your TV takes 10 years to turn on, and then you start flicking through the menu and you press one button, but the buttons don't go across as fast as you're clicking them, and latency is just horrible. That's a processor problem. That's a TV problem. You have this big old TV, but the processor inside of it sucks because that $600 TV, they had to compromise somewhere to make it 75 inches to sell it to you at that price. But then as a consumer, it just becomes normalized that when you buy a TV, the on-TV software is gonna suck. As long as you can watch Netflix, as long as you can watch your Amazon, your YouTube, then you're fine. But no, that's not the case. You have bad software inside of your big TV that you bought because they had to make compromises somewhere. If I'm gonna make this huge 75-inch panel, I'm gonna make the software very bad because it's at a better cost for the manufacturer. As an average consumer, we often care about the wrong specs. The manufacturer put those specs that they know that we care about in the forefront, so all the other stuff doesn't matter. As a consumer, we care about, is the TV 4K? Is it bright enough? Is it big enough? Those are the main three things that the consumer cares about. But that leaves the manufacturer's head saying, okay, I can leave all the real stuff to the side so you don't even think about it when you buy this TV. You go onto Apple TV, Amazon Prime or something, and the video that you're playing back says that it's HDR10 compatible, that it has Dolby Atmos, that it has Dolby Vision, all these other specs. You're like, yeah, I'm about to watch a great thing. I'm sorry to break it to you, but your $600 75-inch TV can't really handle that properly. Even though the box says that it can, it cannot. Most of the Dolby stuff is virtual anyways because you don't even have the processing power in your TV that you bought for $600 to handle the codecs to go through and properly play back the proper way it's supposed to be played back. Not to get too technical about everything that's inside of the TV, but the main thing that you're paying for is screen size. Not much more. Now, don't think I'm saying that you just need to have money to have a good TV because that's not the case. The same amount of money that you spent on that $600 75-inch TV that was a mediocre budget level, entry level TV, you could have spent the same amount of money on a 55-inch TV that has way better specs and that will last you longer and that will perform better. Now, this isn't about buying the most expensive TV because not even everyone needs an OLED TV. And I wouldn't even recommend an OLED TV to everyone. Just for example, we'll get back to the point in a second, but just for example, if my dad asked me, hey, what type of TV should I buy? I'm gonna ask him, okay, what is your use case for using this TV? He's gonna say, okay, I'm in the living room. I want the family to come over and watch the TV. I want good sound. I want all the basic stuff. I would say, okay, what does your living room look like? Do you have a lot of windows in your living room? Is it very bright? Do you watch TV in the dark? These are very valid questions to ask yourself even when you're buying a TV, because the type of TV that you buy matters. And if he says, yeah, I have a lot of windows, there's a lot of sun coming through, I wouldn't recommend an OLED TV for his living room because OLED TVs do not get very bright. For me, I would recommend a mini LED TV to him because those get brighter and they have good saturation, good contrast, good viewing angles, and they're a kind of affordable TV. These are the type of things that you should look for when you're buying a television, especially a centerpiece television for your house. And just a side note here, all of these marketing schemes that each one of these brands have dealing with these televisions and what they name them, most of them are still LCD TVs. Even though they put LED in the name, it's still an LCD TV because it's still backlit by a panel. The only thing that is an OLED TV is an OLED TV. It has to have the word OLED in the name, and it's an OLED TV. QLED, NLED, KLED, LLED, all these stuff that have LED in the name, it's a marketing scheme. They are still LCD TVs. But back to what we were saying. If you want your bigger TV, fine, have it. But I want you to know when you're frustrated in 2 to 3 months of why this TV is performing the way that it does, and it's because the manufacturers and the marketing team did their job to sell you a bigger TV and not a better TV. Thanks. Peace. As a consumer, we often care about the, as an average consumer, we often compare about, as an average consumer, we often, as an average